It's great.
We've got John here. We're kind of skipping around the order here, but John is the author of English for American Football, and he's putting the finishing touches on it. And Kirsten, I want to thank you again for giving him advice. And I've been working with John, and we, one of the things that's changed since I wrote my book, and I think Kirsten wrote her book, is now we have the help of AI, not to write the book, of course, but to be like a peer reviewer and to help us with exercise to scaffold. Like John comes from a law background and a business background. He's not an educator. So he's learning about the Cepher levels and things like that. And AI is helping us out a lot. So John, did you want to talk about how like AI is really helping out here in terms of, us putting the finishing touches on the book?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been a really big help. When I was starting after I finished the content, I really needed to be able now to go back and see if I would meet the level that we needed, which was a B2 level. And I started out by just taking every single paragraph, putting it into this template, and things would come out, and I'd make some changes. So then I thought, well, maybe I could get AI to help me. So I put it in and I'd say, I need this at a B2 level. And I could see like 85% of what I wrote was fine, but there was still that 15%. So it would come out and take out the words that I wouldn't, that I shouldn't have in there, and substitute them with words that people would understand for that at that level. It's worked tremendous. That was my biggest problem, and a big delay in trying to just make everything correct and go to that and use that level.
Yeah. And that's AI is a game changer now. I don't know, Mike, if you create a lot of your own original content or what you're doing now, but are you using AI as an educator?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a great question. So I did I'm in my third version of the program I'm giving to the coaches. The first version was almost like AI version, right? I used AI to help me so much. But then I noticed like AI is great to give you, in my opinion, a skeleton, a framework, template sort of thing. But really, at the end of the day, you have to go in yourself and give it your own feel, your own touch, your own personality to it. Because if not, it just, there are definitely things there which just are very generic. It just sounds a bit too, I don't know, robotic maybe sometimes, but it saves me a lot of time with ideas and framework. Like this book helped me, I just take all the resources I can to give me these ideas. And then from that, I think you have to really sit down and give it your own voice as well, though,
Yeah. I wonder if today, I had to transcribe a lot of interviews of football managers talking about strategy and so on. And I had one interview which was basically Thierry Henry interviewing Pep Guardiola. And Michael, you wouldn't believe it. The English was lousy. I couldn't understand a word. Yeah. So it was really like a lot of both worked in Britain a lot, but when like a Spaniard and a French talk, they just don't care because their accent, they understand each other. And maybe AI could have just cleared up the transcript. I gave up on this. I used other interviews instead.
Yeah.
And that was really quite interesting. So how do you find the general level of English in Spain?
Wow.
With the managers.
That's very good. Okay, so I think everyone that's worked as a teacher or worked with languages would know that after a while you start getting used to the same mistakes all the time, and you know exactly what's going to come, right? So there are typical mistakes, little mistakes, like the people is, for example, instead of people are, when you're third person, he play very well. No, he plays, they take away the S. So these little things you expect, all the time. But they're at least able to communicate their message, which is fantastic. Okay, some of the grammar tenses aren't there. Present perfect is impossible for most people. Present perfect is just so hard. But everything else, they seem to be able to at least control the language. Everyone's got a decent level. The big problem is not the actual level that they have, it's their confidence. They feel so ashamed to speak English. Whereas, I speak Spanish, and I probably, I know I do. I have it like really, not a great pronunciation. I make a lot of little mistakes, but I've got that sort of confidence where I don't really care that much as long as they understand. And this is what they need to have. They need to have this type of this confidence so that, because we don't really care. We're not analyzing them nearly as much as they're analyzing themselves. So just be easy on yourself and have confidence to speak, because they have the level to do that.
Yeah, I think that's the same. So I think Germans understand the present perfect better because we have it, but I know what you mean. I'm just teaching myself Spanish and go like, all these verb forms are so different.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So, Mike, just a random question here.
Yeah, go.
I'm a Liverpool supporter as well as Kirsten.
Nice.
It seems as if Andoni Areola has agreed to become the next manager, which I'm just learning about him now. I like his style. We've been kind of laying back and opposed to that heavy metal football that we saw before Slot came. Anyhow, he's a Spaniard, and what's the feeling around Spain right now? Is it top news there right now at the moment?
Yeah, mate, and not just Spanish. He's Basque. I have to say that because
okay.
like like no, but you know what I mean. Like, because they're very very proud and very independent in some of these places about the different people, and like the fact that we've got Arteta. You've got, Iraola now as well. You've got Unai Emery. All these guys are not only Spanish, they're Basque, right? They come from the Basque region, which says something about this area. It's like it breeds really good coaches, and Spain in general, obviously, you've got Guardiola, you've got a lot of other ones. But this news is very big news, especially here in the Basque country, where they have, and I think you have as well in England and these places, newspapers dedicated wholly to football, only to football. And yeah, this is huge news. Everybody's really excited, and we love the Premier League here. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he gets signed by Liverpool, because it'd be fantastic.
Well, it seems like they've come to an agreement. In principle.
I think it's more or less.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah.
They haven't announced it officially, but I think that they're more or less. They're just closing the deal. Yeah.
This is a good move, I think, for everyone.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, cool, mate.
I think we could get back to maybe contending for the title and going further in the Champions League. This was a bad year. Fifth place is a bad year for Liverpool after you win the Premier League, I think, and go to the semifinals, or was it quarterfinals last year, Kirsten? Quarter or semis?
Champions League?
Yeah, in Champions League.
I think
might have been semis.
No.
Quarters?
So with the season we just finished, quarterfinal.
Yeah.
How about last year?
Last year before might have been semis.
Yeah.
So I have to check this. I'm lousy at statistics.
So as I mentioned before, I'm kind of a word geek, and I did my doctoral work in corpus linguistics. So I asked AI today to create a corpus, but it couldn't, about the World Cup. And it came up with a hypothetical corpus based on frequency of spoken words. And I wanted us to go over this word right here, qualified. And sadly, Italy did not qualify for the World Cup. But folks, I have a breaking news announcement here. As of February, I think it's 17th, I qualified as an Italian citizen.
Oh,
so
excellent! Congratulations!
Yes, I am now recognized as an Italian citizen, joining Kirsten in the EU. And Michael, I don't know, did you become a Spanish citizen?
Mate, I have got the citizenship thanks to my wife. So
congratulations.
As long as we don't divorce, I'm fine. But hey, congratulations to you, Phil.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Mate, well done.
Yeah, through my grandfather, Salvatore Riccobono, and other great grandparents that were all born there. So, I'm proud of my identity as an Italian, or actually mostly Sicilian American. So you can see the Sicilian flag behind me here.
Yeah.
Sicily is a bit like the Basque country in Italy.
Yeah.
It's like its own kingdom.
Yes,
100%.
it was its own kingdom.
It was
until the late 1800s.
Yeah.
So qualified. The U.S. qualified. Australia qualified. Any countries besides Italy that maybe, surprised they didn't qualify, as long as we're here doing a little lesson?
Wow.
John, can you chime in here, or anyone?
Wow, good question.
Mhm.
Well, let's just say Sweden qualified in the very, very last second.
Yeah.
They didn't win a single match in the qualification round in the qualifiers, and then through the back of the Nations League, they just kicked out Ukraine and Wales.
Oh, wow.
So and if you go for radio commentary on Swedish World Cup winning, or Swedish World Cup qualification, which is the noun, it's just absolutely the two guys on the radio totally freaked out. Yeah? So it's very emotional Swedish football commentary anyway. So we're going to put that on when Sweden's playing and we're watching this, because we want to listen to this in Swedish. And they totally freaked out. But this was just like a kind of close shave or under the finishing line qualification. So, but Italy didn't qualify. Do we have any other big ones that didn't qualify?
I mean, like Denmark maybe is like a big one, you could say. Who else? Nigeria. That was they're a pretty big African nation.
Africa. It was quite a surprise that Nigeria and Cameroon didn't qualify.
Yeah, Cameroon. That's true. Yeah. Nigeria and Cameroon. I think Senegal is in there, right? They qualified.
The US just beat them in a friendly.
Yeah, and we just hope that they don't have to play Morocco at any time. So what happened in the African Cup of Nations?
Oh, that was wow. Yeah.
So, so I think it's also qualifying is a great one, and I think that's a nice corpus. But I was thinking also about when you said like World Cup words, we have new vocabulary. You know that they're going to try the Wenger offside. How do you teach that? You know what the Wenger offside is?
No, what's that? Tell me.
Okay, Arsene Wenger, the former coach of Arsenal, said that the current offside rules are too close because it's like a shoe kick. It's like a 5 centimeter boot or whatever. Yeah. And he says there has to be some kind of clearance between the players, so it's more visible.
I like that.
There is offside. And they're going to try this at the World Cup. And it's at the moment, because they haven't got a better name for it, called the Wenger offside, named for Arsene Wenger.
Oh,
and I think that's something, and we have to find new words for the defense, because you don't have the 4 defense, but we had in the 4-4-2. It's now with 3 people, and the fullback is changing. So we have new words like inverted fullback and the false 9, because players are changing position in the match.
So true.
So I think that's also quite interesting. I like these classical ones because this is what people need to be able to know to be able to talk about the match. But we have also new vocabulary.
So true. So true.
So those are the single words, and then it came up with some phrases. What a goal. Any of the back. I love back of the net.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
It's coming home.
This one here, it's coming home. And that, again, people should realize there are different world Englishes, British English, American English, Australian English. And I did not know this one because I'm so versed in American English.
Okay, so it's when they hosted the Euros in 1996, and they had this campaign, Football's Coming Home, and then the Lightning Scenes teamed up with 2 comedians, and they created this song. And of course, what happened? They got kicked out in the semifinals, penalty shootout versus Germany, and Germany won. So, revenge for Wembley, as I said. And so that was actually quite disastrous because they had so high hopes for winning their home turf. So, and I think that it's a lot about, what I did in my presentation was a lot about football songs. And of course, 3 Lions, Football's Coming Home, has become one of the anthems. And it's not even the English who sing it. So you have a lot of teams, especially the home teams. So when Germany's hosting the Euros or something, they all sing It's Coming Home. Well, we nearly made it, but not just thanks to Spain. So I think that's actually a very nice one. So that's the host's expectations are always higher than the host team's expectations.